can you be extraordinary? How can you create the life that everybody they look forward to as an example of something for emulate? Stage one, it says that the world around us, the world we were given. Then the second one, the world you choose. Then the next thing when they happen, level 3, now the world when they create inside. He calls it the world inside you. It says once you go through that one, then you go to the fourth stage in your life where you become extraordinary. This is when you now see you have a world that you can change. What type of figure are you in? Try to just begin to act. Read, follow up the materials there. And then you go share your story with me.
This is the JB Show, and it's your life by design.
Welcome to the show. Your own life by design. Yes, life like how God make her, and like how you shape them. We get two kind of people in this world. You get the first set of people and we believe say anything where they happen in their life, now things that we don't get control over. So it's the circumstances, reprogramming, and all them things. And so then they wake up in the morning, surrender to waiting the day they bring. But if you get other set of people and we they believe differently. They believe say God give them the responsibility for shape their life. And so then they wake up every day. If they not see the circumstances where they want, then they create them. The circumstances you don't before them where they not lack, then they change the circumstances and they go to work. Because there's a correlation. There are things where you do where they create what you want. There are things where you do where they destroy what you don't want around you. How about that? That's how we call it your own life by design. Today, in this brief moment I get with you, I just want to reflect on a book where I read, where somebody writes the book. The book is called The Code of the Extraordinary Mind. The Code of the Extraordinary Mind, and I call this how you become extraordinary. From you plain ordinary person from whatever village you come out. How can you be extraordinary? How can you create the life that everybody they look forward to as an example of something for emulate? Can you create that? I pulled the story about when my daddy come out country, start illiterate, and all me daddy belong is there. This one the next one na pillar case na put on my hand, and then come free tongue. Then how can this person create eloquent, life-shaping people like you have in Joabas, and I don't even talk about my elder brother, but how can it happen? Can you create an extraordinary? Yes, in consultancies guys said you can. It's a journey, it's a path. You have to just be aware that and intentional that yes, you can create. And so I summarize what this guy say in the book. It says there are 4 stages where they go through in life. 4 stages. And all of us, almost all of us, they go through that stage. And anybody will become extraordinary, they tell you who stage where that person they go on that journey there. Because you can forget level 4 before you become extraordinary. We all start with the world. Stage 1, it says that the world around us, the world we were given. The world where them born you into. You people in a fisherman, them born you into a fishing family. Then they born you into. So that's the first world. It's a victim stage. You only take what life give you. You take what your family give you. So with the culture or the thought process or the way they think or backward or forward or any kind of way they think, that's the life you're born into. They call it the victim stage. You take what life give you. Full stop. There's nothing you could do about that. But then he said you can move to the second stage. So this one, the world around you, the world you are given. Then the second one, the world you choose. And the world when you pick for yourself. Okay. In one of the series I did, one of the sessions I did, a while back, I spoke about awakening where they take place in people in life. Somehow, you are open to things. We give the analogy of this, when they say then the person go up which the person in eye open, then they open the person in eye to spiritual stuff. I talked about how even in the Bible there's a story about Elijah and his servant, then they come, big soldier man and they come for guys. Elijah is in bodyguard panic, and Elijah said, God open the eye, because there's an opening eye, there's an awakening. There's an opening of eye that is required for make you see what cannot be seen with the physical eye. And so there's an awakening where you will get to beyond beyond the victim stage in life, where you realize I am in control. I can, it's a world I can choose and create my own world. And I kid you not, I work in a salon most of the time. I say, now 2 countries we get. This salon where people then get, that's not my own country. Oh. I see a different Sierra Leone. I am creating a different Sierra Leone, and so it's completely different from other people and see. So it's not just the one that I am given. It's not just the Sierra Leone where they create for me. No, it's the Sierra Leone I choose. It's the Sierra Leone I create for myself. Even here, I go America, when we want to come back and say, hey, you go back. People and think, say, really, now go your then so and people already come back now, so I don't know what they do. No, but I create. So it says you reach to the next level where you create. You create the life, you create the world where you won't forget. But it comes from out of an awakening. So you move beyond the victimhood stage. From the point where you think say everything ordinary you earn and now waiting life give you, to the point where you say, no, I can stand on my own. There are things I can do for create waiting unforeseen life. Obviously, you wouldn't listen to me. You see saying that the recurring theme. The other day I promise you, and I said about even from the first stage where, from the Christian faith we are told, in Genesis 1:28, he created the man, he gave man dominion. You get power for change, power for create. It says, God make man in your image and likeness. So the same power we God gets, and that same power the nine God give mortal man. So no animal, no creature, no the way God make, we get the ability for create within the one for sin, a mortal man no more. So we get that power there. And so the awareness where we get, the awakening where we get for move beyond that. So the first 2 stages we go through, and again it's just the awareness, the realization where we get. First at the victimhood stage where we just take waiting life give away. How born, how the men we waiting and passing, now they take. But it says once you realize there's an agency where they kick in, you realize that no, God give me the power for shape, God give me the power for change. God give man power and dominion, power for shape in life. You get the power, use her. You get the power, use them. That's the foundation that we're standing on. And when I come back, we'll move you to the next stages. Because once you get that awareness, your life not be the same again at all. There's an awareness, there's a strength that is at work in me now. That came into me 22 years of age, 1989. It's the same power that could enter you today with the awareness, and you could begin to change and act on your life.
This is the JB Show, and it's your life by design.
Join our community today by subscribing to the JB Show on YouTube. Don't forget to like and turn on your notifications so that you never get to miss an update. All it takes is a click.
Long before roads or rails, before signals filled the sky, there was Rokel, the river that connected us all. This basket bought food, paid school fees, it raised children, and carried dreams. It held the economy in palm and straw. It brings power to our homes, food to our markets, and unity to our journey. This is the rhythm of Sierra Leone, from hand to hand, from shore to shore. But now that rhythm has evolved. Now the basket carries more. RCB SIM Copper, for sending money from any phone. RCB Prepaid, for anyone, no account needed. RCB Copper Card, your local power. RCB Visa, global reach in your wallet. Just like the river, your money can move freely across towns, borders, and time. From the village to the vault, the banker sees it all. One transaction, one river, move seamlessly. This is more than banking. This is Rokel, Commercial Bank, bank of choice.
transfer charges chop off a chunk of what you're sending. With no sonko, you can send money for free with AfriMoney any day, anytime, no matter the amount. Dial *161*1# now to send money for free with no charges. AfriMoney, no sonko.
This is the JB Show, and it's your life by design.
Welcome back. The code of the extraordinary mind. How you move from somebody when a victim in a life to somebody when they become extraordinary in a life. We say the first stage that we all are born into, at the victim stage, it's the world you are given. But then you get to the next stage when at the world you choose for yourself. And that they only come out because of an awareness, an awakening that something happens, something dramatic in your life. It just happened and just changed completely. You're never the same person again. You're never the same person again. And how we imagine our life that we could get to the point. And believe me, we all need it. There's an awakening. There's an awakening. There's an awakening. There's an awakening. There's something that happens in the life of great people where life ceases to be about them. There's something supernatural, there's something extraordinary that happens to them that changes them forever. From a victimhood stage, awakening, they awakened, and then they become a different person. Then the next thing when they happen, level 3, now the world when they create inside. You call it the world inside you. The world inside you. And how do I explain this world? A couple of years ago, 2019, entering into COVID, it was the worst moments in my life. Ever. Worst moments. in various ways that you could calibrate that. I learned something during that period. And really begin going to, solid meditation, reflection, meditation, prayer meditation, very solid one. Because you'd have to be able to build a power inside you, build tranquility inside you, build quietness inside you. We don't get anything for do with waiting around you at all. That no matter what thing happen, like he said in Psalm 46, be still and know I'm God. Though the earth be moved and everything be shaken, says, but there's a river that makes glad the city of God. There's a quietness that you build inside you. We transcend human level of understanding. So I got to the point where I did it constantly, every day, 15 minutes minimum of reflection, of prayer. And I'm creating pictures in my mind of what I want to see, from Thanksgiving to, inviting the Spirit of God in my life, reflecting to the third one when seeing things that I want to see happen in my life, in the business, but seeing them as if they don't already happen. Creates that. I would zoom into the office in the morning and I would go through all the offices with the people where I know sit down in the day, and I'm sending I'm sending joy, I'm sending love, I'm sending power to every one of my staff, every one of my managers, with my family, I line them all up, from my wife to the eldest daughter to the youngest, and I reflect in them in my mind, and I'm sending grace, I'm sending power, I'm sending love for them. It created something in me because it's a world that is inside of me that I don't get nothing for do. This is spiritual, and so like I said, it's the book, the code of the extraordinary mind. For the third level is that, and so once you gain at that level, the way you really 2 lives. I only think about what I want to think about. I go sleep planet. If I don't want to think about something, I don't think about it. There's a recoding where they take place. Because it's recoding, I have recoded my life. I've recoded the way I think, the way I process what is happening around me, using different reference points, so that I am not put up by what is happening, because every day just creating, this thing that happen, yes. Me toughest days the way they get in terms of things for deal with, sometimes one of my calmest days, because I take a moment by moment and I'm reflecting deeply in my heart, in my spirit, drawing strength from within to deal with what I have to face every day. He says once you go through that one, then you go to the 4th stage in your life where you become extraordinary. Then this is when you now see you have a world that you can change. You have a world that you can change. And not like say, I'm 100% at that level. I'm still in the journey because every day there are areas in my life where the awakening not take place yet. If you don't take place until at 20%. And so I have to increase that one day. So I am increasing the awakening, but one thing you can be sure of, I'm no victim in any area in my life. There's no area in my life where I would be a victim, where I would be level 1. No, none. In all of the areas, I can never be a victim to nothing. So it's the awakening. I get the awakening, I can create. Now the recoding process in terms of how I get myself think like how he wants me to think. Think with the power that God gave me. And then constantly see what can I shape in this world, what can I change. So it becomes a world you can change. So number 1 is the world you're given. Number 2 is the world you choose with the awakening. Then it's the world inside you that you recode for yourself. And then level 4 is a world you can change. And so therefore that's how I will sit down and I believe this is a world that I can change. From helpless background with parents who don't go to school, I struggled right through school. I felt it. They almost threw me in a dirty box. But I could sit here and know somebody's watching this, and they're going to be changed by watching and listening to me. Somebody's emboldened. Somebody won't forgive up in their life, gets fresh hope. Somebody who won't forgive up, gets fresh hope. Because whatever happens, I have already made a dent in this universe. In this small corner with every because there are people who would wake up every day. They are where they are now in life because of something they had me say. I have a world I can change. You can get there. It's a world you can change. You can get there, but you have to move from the victimhood stage, get to the level where there's an awareness that takes place. Then you code yourself. Some of this may not even understand, but it's a journey. But then you get to the level where you have a world you can change. You have a world you can change for yourself, for your family, for your staff in the office. You can change. I feel every day that I'm affecting lives and I'm changing lives. The same thing can happen to you. You can create the life you want to see. You definitely can do that. That's why I would say it's a life you can design. It's a life you can shape. Try this. Not try for figure on how you aid. Try to just begin to act. Follow up the materials there. And then you go share your story with me. God bless you.
This is the JB Show, and it's your life by design.